everybody. Tonight I would like to tell you about 15 short conversations between two people, the man and the woman. Let's begin. Conversation 1. The woman said to the man she really thought she would start looking around for another company. The man was surprised by that and he thought she had liked it there. She agreed with him. However, she replied to him that was the second time she hadn't gotten a promotion. She didn't understand. The boss seemed to like her work, but others moved instead of her, and she was tired of that. And next, conversation 2. The man said to the woman it wasn't like trying to meet that Friday night call him. The woman replied to him that she remembered Janet had said something about picking up Janet's sister at the airport. She wondered if that was why Janet wasn't there. He commented he bet that was it. And then, conversation 3. The first woman said to the second woman, then remember, the clients were looking for a really clever campaign to introduce their new product to the public. The second woman replied to her that they had got some great ideas to use both in print and on TV. They would love their presentation. The first woman was happy about that, and she commented she was excited about seeing it herself. The next conversation 4. The man said to the woman didn't tell him he wanted to know if that brand new was a trailer he had saw in her parking spot hers. The woman agreed with him. She replied to him that she had figured it happened about time she had got a new car. Money was no problem then. He commented that good for her and he told that she deserved it. And then, conversation 5. The first woman wanted to know if the second man had any clue just looking at that strategy. The second replied to him that he had got some there. The second man wanted to know if the first man thought he could put it back together. The first man commented he would try his best. There wasn't too many pieces. Conversation 6. The woman wanted to know if it wasn't wonderful. She said the Hendersons celebrating their 50th. The man thought it was just great. He wondered if his way and he would last that long. She told that he would be surprised how fast the years fly by. And next, conversation 7. The man said to the woman looking at his hair, he wanted to know then the woman had decided to go blonde. The woman replied to him that she would be thinking about it for a long time. So when she had gone to have her hair cut 2 days before, she had just decided to do it. She asked him if he liked it. He commented she looked gorgeous. However, he wasn't used to it yet. After all, he had known she pregnant for many years. Conversations 8. The first woman said to the second woman had to be mistaken. She had called to reserve the room a month before. The second woman replied to her that she was really sorry, but she didn't see anything there for a headache clip. She wanted to know if the first woman remembered who had took information from the first woman. The first woman disagreed with her. She commented that she was right. She didn't. She told that well, that was a fine mess. She asked if the second woman had any vacancies. And next conversation 9. The man said to the woman at that rate they would never make it to the movie on time. He wanted to know if there was an accident up ahead. The woman replied to him that she couldn't see anything except cars and more cars. She had never seen it so bad at that hour. She commented the guest. He commented he guessed they should just take a deep breath and relax. There was nothing they could do about it. And then, conversation 10. The first woman wanted to know if the second woman could stay after the closed for the day and help the first woman filled these orders before the next morning's pickup. The second woman agreed with him, and he replied to him. The first woman replied to the first woman he hadn't had anything planned for that night anyway. The first man commented he was glad to hear it. He would never be able to get all of that done in time by himself. And then conversation 11. The woman asked the man if he had noticed anything out about car. The man agreed with her. The man replied to her that he had overheard cars talking to himself, and car was developed some kind of nervous trick with cars had. The woman agreed with him. She wondered if they should say something to cars way she thought it was quite scary. And conversation 12. The man wanted to know how much the woman normally left in her country. He thought that was 10%. The woman replied to him that 15% if he had been satisfied with the service. He was right by that, and he commented he guessed she figured that a total including rent. Right. Conversation 13. The first woman wanted to know the blueprints had been approved. The second woman replied to her that the boss looking them over one last time. They couldn't agree on where the main entrance should be and how late the lobby should be. The first woman commented if the boss reached agreement by 4:30, she would have enough time to drop the blueprints off at Lawton on her way home. And then conversation 14. The woman wanted to know if the man really thought it was necessary to send out all that work. She said she still felt it would be better to do it there. The man replied to her that it would be much less expensive that way, believe him. She commented if he had so, it was just that she never felt they had the same control on work when it was sent out. And the last conversation 15. The man said to the woman he didn't think she would have to pay extra to the top people that come in there. The woman replied to him that was great news. She said they took enough out of her income as it was. He started spending the extra money all at once. Thank you for listening.